Oh, well, welcome to a new video, guys. Today we're gonna talk about, just what I've been watching and stuff, here and there, not like a top 10, top 5, or my favorite. This is just like some stuff I've been watching. The ones we have are these. Yup. I try to bring you guys something while I'm gone. First thing I'm going to talk about here is Journey to the West. This show, we all know the main character. I shouldn't be talking with my mouth full, please forgive me. Main character Sun Wukong. Why did I pick this? I picked this because, Sun Wukong, he is the root of what we know today. Some of you guys might know Goku. We should all know Goku. If you don't know Goku, even your mom knows Goku. I'll put money on that. Your grandma knows Goku. Your grandpa knows Goku, bro. I'm telling you, your dog might know Goku, man. Sun Wukong. I picked this because when I was watching this, I watched this back in 2019. And, I was just watching it as like, oh, this is cool, the funny monkey, like traveling around beating people up. But then I went back and I watched it the last year. And I watched it again this year. And I noticed that in everything, the writer puts some depth into it. And I noticed one thing that I saw in Wukong that we are all trying to have is freedom. Why do I say that? Because Sun Wukong wants to be free, yet he's chained to the harsh reality of this world. Was chained to the harsh reality of this world. So he hops a cave, gets the home for all his monkeys. He's deemed the Monkey King and stuff. And they're partying stuff, and all of a sudden one of the elder monkeys die, and he's confused, and he's like, what the hell? He's like, why, what happened? And he's like, he thinks he's playing around. He's like, nah, one of the other elder monkeys told him, he's cooked, bro, he's dead. We all got a time limit on this world, and eventually we all gotta die. And Sun Wukong, he's in shock, bro, because he doesn't want to hear this. Bro was just recently born a while ago, and he's just finding out that he's gonna die, bro. Like, are you serious? He was told, he was promised life, dude. And so he starts panicking. He starts saying, how could I fix it? How could I fix this? And the elder monkey tells him, well, there's this immortal, in 2 continents down, that he could teach you the way of immortality. So, and it's there's no thought between it. He goes and teaches, wants to learn immortality. I don't know why I said teaches, but I'm not gonna go further than that. So yep, as you can see, definitely one of my favorite games right here. Yeah, I'm eating peach candy while you guys watch those clips. Here, you guys might know, just straight off from those panels, some of you guys who are watching this might know who that is. For those of you who don't, I picked Vagabond as this next series. It's not manga. I want to talk about the TV show here, or movies. They're like movies. I think they're on Max. They should be, but this is the story of Mousashi. I picked this one also because like of the plot and the meaning it gives off. This guy starts at like a rash child, bro. Like he hates the world. He hates everyone. And, like he's just trying to study the blade. You know, that's for like samurai. What samurai used to do, or still do, because you know some people still train that way, which is really cool. Hopefully, if I get the chance, you know, I make a vlog, like a vlog like that, like train like a samurai for a day. That'd be really cool. I will someday. I don't know when, but I will. So he starts off by this beast of a child. You know, him and his dad don't have a good relationship because his dad is like also like, I think from what I remember, a high-class samurai. But you know, the village didn't like him. He was ruthless. So then, you know, when he found out like he has a kid, he's like, well, he's not my kid. I'm gonna teach him like he's my student. And you know, he did teach him, and like they don't show this, I don't think, in the movies. But Musashi would sit down there, watch his dad, and he'd even critique his own dad, or, you know, being a samurai. He'd be like, "You're doing that wrong, dude," because he was there for so long. He kind of knows what to do almost. But I picked this because it shows maturity, how one can mature just through self-improvement and just by just thinking within himself. Because at some point in this story, or on the movie too, he's not just studying the blade, he's studying himself as a person, you know, what his weaknesses are. Because I'll name one thing, he knows his weakness is him being rash, you know, impatient, ruthless, and he fixes that. He learns to be calm. So in doing that, you know, he betters himself as a samurai, and you know, well, I say Ronin because he's really a masterless samurai, and that's what Ronin are, I'm pretty sure. So he just starts off with self-improvement, man. Like he just wants to fix himself. I'm really not trying to spoil so much because this is really good. This next one, surprisingly, is not a TV show. I mean, it is. It's not something based off of like anime or anything. This one is called Familiar Wife. Now, I stumbled upon this when it was during COVID. I was just wanting to see like what I can get into, and that's when K-dramas were blowing up like insane, dude. Like they were getting at it on Netflix and stuff. So I was scrolling through Netflix and I said, you know what? Let me give this a try. I don't know where I was gonna watch, man. This is really good, like really on one of my top 10 K-dramas, dude. Cause so you start out like you saw in the clip, you know, a man, you know, this guy, he has a crush on this one other chick. I'm really not trying to spoil anything or even like chop names, bro. But he has a wife, you know, 2 kids. His wife is always angry because, you know, she assumes he's just partying and stuff, and like he's coming back from work late sometimes and barely has time to take care of the 2 kids he has, and she's just livid with him, dude. And this guy, like, they lay down in bed, not even facing each other like a couple would be. I mean, I don't know, I'm not a married man myself, but I would assume that's what you guys do. So he rolls over, so he's like to the side. He's going, man, I I really wish I married my, my crush and stuff instead of like his own wife, keep in mind, which is really fucking bad. He gets his wish. The fool gets his wish. And I thank God, because he later realizes that was the worst mistake of his life, because this new girl is a handful, bro. Like, I wouldn't wish her upon my worst enemy, bro. But he later realizes, like, he sees his old wife from the old timeline, because there is like time switches. So he's watching what was his past wife live good. Like, she's living, bro. Like, she's like, she's got her mom place, like she's got her place with the mom and stuff, and like she's working, like she's living it, man. And like, this guy's miserable because he has to tend to this rich girl, and like, she's not satisfied with him because she has everything she wants, as portrayed in there, because she's rich. And he's just miserable, man. Like, I don't think I showed what I was eating, but I'm eating, gummy peaches. This next one, man, is also very good. It's called Rookies. So, Rookies, again, I don't want to spoil it. Very short series. I might get flamed because I really should have started with the manga. But Rookies is it's a show about delinquents who used to be in a baseball club but let it go because obviously they're bad now. Like, I'm not playing baseball and stuff because of a situation that happened in the beginning. And the plot is really good because this is also one of those shows that teaches you, taught me, how, like, if you abandon something, you can always go back and pick it up and relearn, or either be like, just be better at it, man. And we got this teacher. He goes in and finds out they used to have a baseball club. They used to be good, and he's depressed because he's like, why did you guys give it up, man? Like, over like a hiccup, dude. Like, everyone can recover from a short thing that happened, And this teacher, he teaches them, one by one. He wins them over. There's this one clip where I watched. He's out there cleaning the baseball field, getting rid of the weeds and stuff, and like getting it ready so they could, hopefully one day go back and play. Because one way of winning them over was for them to see a clean baseball field, to like make them like remember, like, man, you remember when we used to like train out there and stuff. And it's very clever because it was good. Like, if I was one of the delinquents, dude, I would have been won over like that. So 2125, it's about a story of two fencers. It's really good. One thing I don't want to spoil that's really good is the two main characters that we have here know each other without knowing each other, which is really funny to say, but you guys will see. I'll probably spoil it, but it's a story about a fencer who's trying to sell, like, improve in her club and stuff, but sadly, like, she has some hardships going on and stuff, and like she's just trying to like jump over those obstacles. Oh, I'm really tired. Like, I retook this like 5 times, bro, because I'm not trying to spoil this, but it's a really good show. I've been saying that a lot. But yeah, like I like to see shows like this mainly because like they're based in the 90s, early 2000s, just to see like how each world went on or how they look like. And for the most part it's funny, dude. Like it's just a good show. My sister recommended me this. It's just insane, bro. Not too much I can say about it because this is also one of the ones, if I talk about it too much, it's spoiled. Just go watch. So I skipped this talking about this drama. I don't know. I you can tell I was kind of tired more towards the end because I'm just like literally yapping. But this is editor me now. I'm in my bummy drip. But this drama was like, I found it funny because the main character is goofy, and like she's trying to like move around and stuff, like around like the situation she's brought upon. Like the dude, he's a hairstylist, like you saw, and bro, it's blatantly clear like she likes him. Towards like when you guys keep watching it, you can just tell that she likes him. And she tries like to be nonchalant about it, like be like, oh, who cares, blah blah. But it's really funny to see that when like some events happen, she really does care. She just like steer him away. Same with them, like they got their issue going on. But I find this one just funny, man. It's just a funny one. Just the end, bro. You guys aren't prepared for it, bro. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this next one I'm talking about is Destined with You. This one I watched during like COVID. I think so. It had to be like, or last year. It could have been a year ago or 2 years. I don't keep track when I finish stuff. But this one actually also deals with time travel, like Familiar Wife, but it does it in a way where it's really interesting because they go back to old Korea. And so our two main characters actually know each other. Also like 25, 21, they know each other but don't know each other because the main character, the rich dude, he has like some form of possession, like he can't let go of the past or something. Like there's just like something that's just eating at him. This is another one that if I talk about it too much, it'll just spoil it. But we have the girl. She's obviously, there has to be one clueless one. She's clueless. He's aware. So he feels like he knows her in some type. I might get this wrong, but he feels like he knows her, and like they discover it somehow. I really forgot who this is. That if you guys are probably gonna be like, a bit ironic. Why are you talking about it if you forgot?